When It Hurts, motivational speech, inspired by Coach Payne. Full album, 1 hour. Begin speech. When it hurts, that's when it matters most. Pain doesn't whisper. It roars. It grabs you by the soul, tears at your will, and dares you to keep going. But let me tell you something right now, you weren't made to break. You were made to bend, to stretch, to suffer, and still rise. You were built for this. You were born to fight back. Think of every champion you've ever admired. Every icon. Every hero. Every ordinary person who made an extraordinary impact. What do they all have in common? It wasn't talent. It wasn't money. It wasn't luck. It was pain. It was the decision to keep walking through the fire when the world told them to stop. Let me tell you a story. There was a young man named Marcus. A high school athlete with dreams bigger than the small town he came from. His father left when he was 6. His mother worked 2 jobs just to keep food on the table. Every morning, Marcus would wake up at 4:30 a.m. and run. Rain, snow, blistering heat, it didn't matter. He ran. Not because someone told him to, but because he knew pain. And he knew that if he could conquer that pain, the ache in his legs, the hunger in his belly, the loneliness in his heart, he could conquer anything. But then, the injury came. A torn ACL. 1 second he was sprinting toward a scholarship, and the next, lying on the track screaming in agony. Doctors told him he might never run the same again. Friends disappeared. The scouts stopped calling. Depression set in. He thought about quitting. He almost did. But then, something changed. One night, sitting alone with tears streaming down his face, he remembered his mother. He remembered her coming home late, hands raw, eyes tired, and still managing a smile. He thought, if she can do that every day, I can get back up. So he did. Rehab. Painful. Slow. Discouraging. But he showed up. Every day. 6 months later, he wasn't just walking. He was running. And a year after the injury, he returned to the track and shattered his personal best. He didn't win the national title. He didn't go pro. But he got his scholarship. He got a degree. He went back to his town and started coaching kids who didn't believe they were worth anything until Marcus showed them they were. When it hurts, that's when the battle really begins. Because let's be honest, anyone can smile when it's easy. Anyone can keep going when the path is clear, the sun is shining, and the crowd is cheering. But who are you when the lights go out? Who are you when the world turns its back? Who are you when your heart is shattered, your dreams feel unreachable, and everything in you says give up? That's when you have to dig deeper. There's another story. A young woman named Talia. Raised in foster care. Abused. Neglected. Told she'd never be anything. Her whole life was pain. She bounced from home to home, school to school, carrying her books in a plast.